got the chat working. All right. So we got a camera up here, right there. We got our chat window working. Game should be working. Oh, I need a second screen, right? How can I see what's going through on the chat? Waiting to be killed, waiting to be killed. I don't know if you guys ever saw these, but there were these movies, thumb movies, started with like Thumb Wars and Thumbtanic and Bat Thumb, and they superimposed little faces. And you'd have like a guard standing there, waiting to be killed, waiting to be killed. And then, of course, he was a guard, he was expendable, so he would die. Let's see. Right. Of course, it's nighttime. Forgot what was going on. Well, we got a Horde Night coming soon, so that'll be fun. Okay. I put some torches out here so I could see a little bit better, but I mean, it's so not great. And then I got attacked, so I only made it about 3/4 of the way around. So this section back here still doesn't have torches to even try to light it up. All right, let's see here. Oh, now Edge wants to show you the notifications, just like Chrome did. No. Stop that. Let's run it. That's live. Okay. Should be working. Of course, there's going to be a delay between when someone types and when it actually shows up. But hey, we're getting there. We're getting better because now we've got the chat window. So everybody can see what's going on. So let me... Dungi forever. Hey man, why would you ever get hate mail? Why would you get hate mail? Man, I get hate mail. I get hate tweets. I get hate Facebooks. I get, you name it. Oh man, what just shot? You name it, somebody hates me for it. You know, even though we've been doing stuff online for like, oh gosh, when did we start doing stuff online? 2008? No, I guess 2006 we started doing stuff. 2008 was when we started that new toy smell, right? And then 2012 was when we gave birth to Pop Culture Network. And so, yeah, people will accuse me of being a copycat channel of somebody else that's on YouTube. It's been on YouTube for like 4 years. They're like, you're just trying to copy their stuff to try to get popular. And it's like, okay, well... no, but whatever. And then, you know, you say something wrong, you get something wrong, you know, once or twice, and everybody hates you for it. Oh, and my gosh, should you dare have an opinion about which version of Optimus Prime is better? Snub nose cab or the long cab? Whew, get all over on you for that one. And then people don't like the way I look, because I'm a fat guy. So, you know, I shouldn't put my face on there. That's one I get quite a bit. That's a nice one. I don't know, yeah, just lots of... Well, and also, you know, here's one. I'm a straight white male, so therefore I've oppressed everybody, I hate everybody, and I'm against everybody. So that's a big one, too. Awesome setup. Are you going to stream more games? That's the plan, is to try it. I've been trying... So, like, 7 Days to Die, one of the reasons why I've been streaming this one as I'm doing all these tests is that it is a taxing game on the system. To turn everything up so it looks good and then try to stream it really works your system. and makes it do a lot of things. And so one thing I've been trying to do is mess with how I've got it streaming and how I've got the setup, and like, you know, I do have different cameras and stuff, so I can switch, you know, if I want to something else, just to, you know, mess with stuff and mess with streaming and get the streaming stuff going. But then having this game while I'm doing the testing lets me know that if this game runs well, the graphics look good, it's not, you know, too incredibly choppy, I'm getting a pretty good frame rate, then I know things are working. And this laptop can handle it. So that's one of the main reasons why I've been testing this out a lot lately, because I do, like, I figure I do play a lot of games, right? And so I figure I should at least do something with that, right? Like share them or something like that. So yeah, there are, and the thing is, there's a lot of games I want to play, but I keep going back to like this game again and again and again. And they're getting ready to roll out a new update for it any day now. This is on Alpha 16.4. Alpha 17 is coming. 17 is going to have a couple revisions, and then it's going to finally go out of Alpha, is what they're saying. So I can't wait to see what those, because apparently it uses a whole new engine, which is better optimized, so it'll run even smoother and look even better. So that's something I'm looking for. But then also, yeah, just like I said, there's a lot of other games I'd like to play. I just don't. I don't feel like I have a lot of time necessarily. And a lot of times, like if I'm playing, I figure if I can stream while I'm playing, then again it opens up to more content. I can, you know, interact with you guys more. You know, you want to pop in the chat and just talk, and you can talk about it. You know, obviously, we don't have to sit there and talk about the game. I mean, you can ask me questions about anything while I'm doing it. I would like to live stream more. In general, I would like to play more games, talk about more games. I'd like these type of sandbox type games a little bit more, because you can just kind of go out and do whatever. You don't necessarily, it's not like a platformer, you know, necessarily, where you're trying to get through. And also, you don't see how terrible my gaming skills are as much. If I'm trying to play something like, oh my god, like Resident Evil 7, that game was tough for me. That game was tough. And I know some people are going to be like, well, I finished that game in 6 hours and it wasn't tough at all. Well, good for you. For me, it got difficult at points. So yeah, so that's another thing. And there are, and here's the other thing, because I know there's a lot of things here. I've mentioned the one thing and the other thing and the other thing and the other thing. But here's another thing, is that we actually get messages from game companies that have new games that they'd like us to try out, to do reviews and to do streams of, whatever, you know, smaller companies, indie publishers. And there's a couple times I've said, sure, yeah, great. And we've done it. But I didn't really have a good setup for it, and I didn't really feel like it made great content. And I would hate for, you know, someone to come to us with something and be like, hey, we'd like you to present this, we'd like you to play it, you know, just tell honestly what you're feeling about it. And then we just, it turns into a crappy video. There's something. What are you shooting at? I don't see anything for you. Oh, there it is. Something's right. Oh, they killed it. There was something walking right over the hill there. All right. So yeah. So I would hate to say yes and have these things start coming in all the time. So we'd have a bunch of games to review and then not have any sort of decent setup for it. So first I was trying to get OBS software running well. We've got the Stream Deck, so I can do different stuff, and like I press a button and the thing will pop up in the chat, send questions, comments, hate mail. And I joke hate mail, but I mean, it happens all the time. It happens a lot. You'd be surprised. Anybody, I think, who does anything that goes on the internet is going to get some sort of hate comments. That's why I'm a little less sympathetic to some of these people who will say, I went online and people were horrible and they trolled me, and so obviously I'm being targeted and blah, 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 blah. It happens to everybody. Every single person. If you are on the internet, someone is going to treat you unfairly. That's what happens. It's just the natural order of things on the internet, I guess. So you just kind of have to develop a little bit of a thick skin. I think early on, when we first started doing videos online, We took it a little harder, a little more personally. But now that we've been doing things for a while, it's a little easier to take a lot of that stuff, because you understand that, a lot of times these are kids just, trying to make a name for themselves or trying to cause problems. Sometimes people just want to be jerks because they can get away with it, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Let me check these decent ammo. So yeah, I do kind of joke about it. I don't take it too personally. There's my other house. You can see it in the distance there. I redid that. Flipped it. Flipped that zombie house. Every so often, you get these wandering hordes of zombies that come through. And you just get tons and tons of zombies. And kind of hoping to run into some of those and, again, tax the system even more. See what we can find. So yeah, in case you're wondering, night vision goggles. That's just the flashlight. Everything's off. Of course, the flashlight isn't supposed to come on when you're using the night vision goggles, and yet it just did a minute ago. I'd like that to come back again. That was nice. if the game would do that again, I'd appreciate it. Alright. So we're going to run around here and see if we can spot these zombies. Oh, here's some chunks. You see these big holes here? These big chunks that have been taken out of the ground? That's because I had a rocket launcher and I was bored. And so I just started chucking some rockets just to see what would happen. And so there's actually a bunch of divots around my area. Here's my private little swimming pond over here, although I don't have a fence around it or anything yet. I need to put up some guns and some fences so I can move to it a little more easily. But usually, having the lights, having the torches, that attracts the zombies. They will come more often because the lights attract them, although I'm wondering, since I flipped that house over there, if that's kind of throwing them off, if maybe some of them are heading over that way when we get in the area instead of coming over this way. You can see now the sun's starting to come up if I turn off the night vision. And I have two light sources. There's a light source on my head. I've got a mining helmet. And then there's a flashlight actually on the gun. And again, no two are supposed to be on at the same time, and a minute ago it glitched, and I had the light from the gun on, so now I'm going to have to go back and watch this footage and see what happened. But yeah, my Steam library has like 400 games or 600 games or something, and I've played like, 60 of them. Oh, there's a guy. Or gal. Oh, I missed. That sucked. Well, grab a bandage. I just ran right past her. Here's the other house. Now, you can only have one house at a time. And so I'm pretty sure, because I left this house, zombies will spawn inside of it. Alright, I can hear a zombie, but I don't know if it's outside or if it's upstairs. Nothing there. Oh, nothing spawned. So what I heard was down here. Where'd it go? garbage. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I do have to watch out for bears, though. Bears are no bueno. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Still early. 4:20 in the morning. 4:20, dude. Yep, there she is. And here's some. Oh. Upstairs. I can hear something walking around outside. More garbage. Check. Medicine cabinet. Take those. Anybody in here? Sounds like it. I think that's something downstairs beating outside of the house. Oh, goodness. Those shouldn't be that tough to kill. Here's something. Oh, they're trying to bust out of this house. they fighting each other? Oh, there's dudes back here. Oh, they just busted through that wall. I see. Huh. Oh, it's getting hot. I need to take off my jacket. Yeah. Someone's still out here. Oh. There's a warthog just went across there. Oh, just shot her arm off. Oh, crap. Oh, there's one in a hazmat suit. And he's not dead. There's his leg. I hope you're not a fan of country music. God, that's Macho Man, Randy Savage. I can hear something breaking. There's the warthog. You don't want to piss those off. There goes her arm. There goes her afterlife. You may be wondering why just run in and kill a bunch of stuff and then leave. Why I'm not grabbing the resources and stuff, but really this is just about getting some of the experience points, racking up kills, looking for weird zombies on my quest that I need just to fulfill some requirements. I don't really need anything right now because I'm running this one. There she is. What is that? I do hear something else banging. That got somebody's attention. Oh, back here. There's a basement stairway. Oh, those dogs are terrible. Dogs are the worst, especially if they bite you because they get infected by radiation. Oh, there's another one. All right, now the funny thing is that dog, you say it looked like he ran into the house. He's trying to run up in the house. He can't figure out the steps. If he can go in the house, the dog will actually attack the other zombies. He'll see the zombies and he'll lunge at them. They'll snap back. And it's actually really entertaining. This dog just can't seem to figure it out. So we'll just do this. And there went the dog. Oh. The roof. Oh, again, in the roof. With some sort of, Come on here in the light, buddy. Let's see you better. Someone was carrying something there. All I want. Thank you. Honestly, for taking a couple rocket hits, the house did pretty well. All things considered. Oh. Oh man. All right. Well, anyway. Oh, that helped my skill in shotguns. Oh, so she went up and she multiplied in the attic. Nice. Headshot. Alright. Anyway, like I said, this was just work on skills, get some points. Yeah, there's the house I started working on. Started flipping in the city. I put bars on there thinking bars would be great. I can just walk up to the bars. If I see something coming, then I can snipe out. Problem is, your focus stops at the bars. So then everything else beyond that gets fuzzy. And that was really annoying. So now I gotta head back to my house. Just somewhere. I can see at the top, my bed says it's this way. My bed is actually underground. No, wait. No, I moved it back upstairs somewhere. I say I've dug out an underground, but I guess I moved the bed back up into the main house just to make sure the zombies wouldn't spawn in there anymore. Turn off my light. There's this house. We got bulletproof glass. Got some sections that obviously need to be touched up, but bulletproof glass. We've got the metal upgrades all around. We've got the vault doors on it. Keep anything out. Although I put them on backwards, so they open inward instead of open outward. Whatever. Oh, and if you look at the top, you can see, like, apparently I have a whole bunch of motorbikes. But actually, I found that motorbike frames, the chassis, are actually really good at stopping zombies. They hit them and they get really confused and they don't know what to do. And so, you can lay out some of those, and it makes a thing where they just get stuck. They can't get over them. They can't get through them. So they just kind of stand there, trying to figure out what to do, and makes it easy to kill them if you're close. But if you're at a distance and they fall down, like if their legs are broken and they're crawling, you can't shoot through the mini bike frame. So I picked a bunch of them up and replaced them just with regular spikes so I can keep shooting, whatever. But like this one here, this is my doorway because the zombies don't know how to get over it. That's what makes it a nice, easy place for me to go. Now, the only problem you can have is like with dogs. One dog might be up close to it, another dog will jump on his back and jump over, and that sucks. But I put some spikes down here to keep things fresh. So, alright, we survived. So we got a horde night coming in a day. This is day 27. It'll be day 28, but really it's like 11 o'clock at night on day 28 or whatever. So maybe 10 o'clock at night. And then it lasts till like 6 in the morning. Or 4 in the morning. So even though it says it'll be tomorrow, it's actually a lot later than that. There's my bedroll. Alright. Oh, it's starting to rain. Alright, well anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching though. If you like watching these, you know, I'm glad you're watching. Hopefully you do like watching them. And yeah, so I'll do more game stuff. Other games, I mean, they're not all going to be, you know, obviously these type games. And I've got old games I haven't really played through a whole lot. Mad Max, I think I have on here, but I've never even started it up. You know, some of that type of stuff. I see a sale and I buy the games. I buy those bundles, you know, bundle stars, which is now Fanatical, and the Humble bundle, and all of that stuff. I've bought a bunch of those, added games to my library, and then, you know, never played them. So, anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Actually, thanks for watching.